I'm going to start doing these Fanatics Michael Jordan card reviews. Maybe not every week, but when I can. So what I did here is I took all of the Jordan cards that sold in the last auction on Fanatics, the weekly ending on August 2nd, so the day of the National. And we're going to compare it with my sales data. Now, I have sales data on, I think, close to 800 Michael Jordan cards through the beginning of July, end of June, depending on the card. It takes a little while to do all that. But with some, misses here or there. But we're going to compare this last Sunday sales with, with that baseline to see if there's any cracks in this bull market, and just to try to track what the hell is going on with that. So we'll go through this. I'll kind of explain what you're seeing here. Here we go. Okay, so here we are. So how I'm doing this is I've got these cards ordered by a worst change in sale price, from the seller's perspective, but with a little bit of a catch here, because we're going to compare to PSA grades regardless of the company. I think I did do Beckett to Beckett, just because I've got more of those sales to compare with. So for instance, this first one here, the 92 Stadium Club, the SGC 10 sold for $408, and that is down 75% from the PSA 10, which last sold June 28th for $1675. So that's kind of what we're doing here. So you can kind of just get a sense for what kind of a discount you're getting with these other grading companies. That one looks, pretty good to me, like $1675 for this card, not even the members only. We'll kind of I won't go through all of these because there's a lot, but we got the Stadium Club there. That's the CGC 10 that you could have got for $252 versus $835 from a July 5th sale on PSA. This one I do want to look at. So I sold my PSA 9 too early here. I think I was at, what did I do, 1,300 or so. You could get a CGC 9 for $540 versus actually there's a $2,000. This doesn't have buy it now stuff. So there was a buy it now. I just looked this up. So is this the one? Let me see if this is the one. No. So that EX 2001. What's going on here? This one. We'll go back and forth here with all to kind of see the live versions, but only 15 10s, obviously 504 9s, kind of a lot. Yeah, look at this, 2050. What was mine? I think I was, Jesus Christ, I think I was maybe this 1450. That looks maybe about right. In mid-June, I think is when I sold. And honestly, I still kind of feel like it's a good sale. I think I paid $200 for that a few years ago, and it's just been crazy. There's, you can pick this up raw. I mean, they're going for like $300 now, but I still have no idea what the difference between a 9 and a 10 is. If anyone knows, let me know. But there you go. I also have on the side here is not much loaded, but for some of these, we'll see gem rates. I think it'll just be for the PSA ones. We'll see what the pop of their grade is, what their gem rate is, and then for any cards that are graded higher at PSA. So we'll come to that soon as well. So then we've got the Fleer CGC 10. Look at the deal you can get on these cards even now. Although I'd be scared to hell to have a 10 of any grade with this card. The most common Michael Jordan card by I think it's like twice as prevalent as the second most common Michael Jordan card. Just crazy. Okay, we'll keep moving here. Let's get to a PSA. All right, first PSA one. So this is the first apples to apples comp here in growth. So I've got the Fleer sticker down 4.4% in a PSA 9. So an 11.1K sale in the weekly versus an 11.6 sale on June 26th. So that's, pop 2,165 with 2,223 at or higher. So the 9s and 10s. It's a 10% gem rate, 10% mint plus rate. So to get a 9 or a 10 on that card, so still really hard to do. And I'm sure that's historic too. So I do have a post in my Substack about where cards are at gem rate wise just from 2025. So you can check that out. Linked below my Substack. If you're a Michael Jordan card collector, I cover some like 800, close to it, Jordan, Bulls, playing years cards. I have all the pop counts, gem rates, mint rates, everything, and then all the sales data that I try to keep track with. So yeah, check that out if you are completely wildly nerdy into this. So Bowman's Best refractor here, PSA 9 down a little bit. That's interesting. I would think the refractors would be killing it, but let's take a deeper dive just to see if my data is updated. Doing this kind of live, I didn't really prep much here. So that was a 9, right? That was a 9. Yeah, PSA 9. Okay, so August 2nd, 3,360. My last comp was June 26th for 3,500. I wonder if that was a buy it now or something. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I missed this one where it came down a little bit. Now popped back up. So probably, it's more or less sitting kind of flat, but just down a little bit there. This one, super common. We've got this card. I always kind of view as like $1,000 card, and it's up close to 4,000 now. There are 1,265 of these as of when I pulled this. I should say too that all these pops are from, I think, early January when I pulled it. So let's see what it's at now. Let's see how many got added since I last pulled the pops in January. What did I say? It was 1265. Yeah, pop 1265. All right, so 20 more have been added in about a half a year. So interesting. For a historically 4.6% gem rate card. Interesting. Okay, so there you go. Fleer Decade of Excellence. I don't accept that card. I don't acknowledge it. So we'll move on. Slam Cam down just a touch. PSA 9, 810 from 815. We'll consider that the same. Winning Edge there, pretty much the same. And now, we're going to go through the growth. If you can see from my little pill over here, we got a lot to go through. Obviously won't do all these, but you're welcome to just kind of take a browse. We've got the 87 Fleer, PSA 8, up just 2% from a June 28th sale. So just very recently. So just another little, push on a card that there are a ton of. This is for an I missed it. It's an SGC 8.5 versus an 8. That's interesting. I would have thought the 8 in PSA would be more valuable than an SGC 8.5. That's interesting. Let's see. We got the red SPMJ1 here. All these cards kind of sitting pat. Talked about the 90 Fleer being ridiculously overproduced. This one is not far behind it. The 89 Hoops, it might be second. I don't remember. All right, let's go down here to find a fun one. Rockstar's Refractor, a BGS 9.5, up almost 10%, 9,300 from 8,500. So yeah, BGS cards are up, especially the 9.5. I'll take a look just to make sure. Double check the data here. We are at, so we did 9,300. What did I say my last pull was? 8,500 from June 9th. Yeah, so this one here. So it's popped up and then went down and then popped back up. So a little bit of some seesawing going on there. Again, the 87 Fleer here. So this is a PSA 8 up 10% from, when was the last one? End of June. So about a month, 10% up a month for that second year. Got some Fleer stickers down here. EX No Boundaries up 14%. PSA 10. The sticker 8 is up 15%. The 6 is up 15%, both 15.2%. Interesting. And then the 90 Fleer up 15%. This is just like pop counts be damned, apparently. Because this is a pop 8,371. In fact, again, that's wrong because it's 6 months old. How many of these have been added? 8371. That's our number. Let's take a look. 8371, and we are at 8698. So over 300. 326, 327, 327, I think. Double check my math there, but yeah, that's just in the last 6 months. Over 300 PSA 10s have been added of this card. Crazy. Anyway, Golden Touch, great card. A lot of color issues on this. This one looks really good. PSA 7 there is up 20% from a July 2nd sale. So let's take a look at those because I just want to see if there's a color explanation for that. What was that? PSA 7, I think. Yeah. Take a quick look. Okay, so August 2nd, we got 5,000. Looks pretty nice. Not perfect. Little something going on there, but nice looking 7, I'll say. That's for sure. New label, definitely. Yeah. And then I've got a 4199, which was the best offer. Yeah, look at that one. That one looks not nearly as good. So maybe not a perfect comp there. This one too. So pay for good color and a 7. Not too shabby. Okay, we did. Wait, is this the same one? PSA 10, PSA 10. I don't know why this one. Oh, there must have been another sale, a couple of sales. So one went for 810, one went for 840 in the same auction. Shocking. That card had multiple sales. I should not be surprised. Competitive advantage. I think this was one of the bigger sellers, up 21%. There, $12,000 card now from a May. I think there's another sale here that I probably missed. Let's see here just to make sure. Nope, it wasn't. Okay, so yeah, from May. So this is right before things were going up from January to May, but the start of June I think is when it well, for this card, it started, late May. So did a big boost and then another one. Pretty crazy. We've got a pop 49 on that. Above average gem rate though. So there's that. Tony's Pizza up 22%, a cut above. The BGS 8 is up 23% as well. So BGS cards, lower graded cards are starting to cook up here as we are into the mid 20% increases. Another BGS 7.5 on the second year there. SPX 8. This one, I got a gold PSA 10 that I graded a couple months ago, and I still have that. And that's going to be one of the few 10s I think I'll hold just because you got to have some. Like I don't have a lot of PSA 10s, and that's okay, but I do have a few. Where are we at here? Pop 230 on this. We're up 27%. Take a quick grab here. 231 now. What did I say the pop was? 230. Okay, so only one's been added in the last 6 months or so. And yeah, 2070, but down. There's an auction on eBay for 24.25, so that's interesting. And eBay significantly outdid the Fanatics on a PSA 10. That is interesting because most of the time Fanatics will win, especially for a PSA 10 that is, any bit valuable. Wonder why that is. And this isn't a card that, that's not a super new label or cert. Let's check this one out. Neither is this one. They're both, new labels, but not super new certs. So yeah, interesting. I'm not sure why that would be. All right, we'll move on here. Another Fleer sticker, another third year, up 29% there. Here we got the Soul of the Game at BGS 9. Goes for 4,200 versus 3,100 just in the middle of June. So month and a half. It's pretty good. All right, we got our first 86 Fleer rookie card. I don't know if there'll be another, but PSA 6 on this. 10.8 versus 8,000 back in May. So 35% on that for a PSA 6. Those cards, I know even the ones I think are going for like $5,000 or something stupid like that. 41% for the titanium. Damn, we're now starting to get into crazy land. Take a quick look here. Was it the 10? 9.5. BGS 9.5. Let's look at the 10 too. Look at March. Oh, that hasn't sold since March. So maybe that's why this is the next best thing. 12,000 versus half a month ago, 9,000. So this growth is even just from a half a month. So 2.5 weeks or whatever. So that's pretty crazy. BGS up. Atomic Refractor, BGS 9, 42%. And then we've got a PSA 9 the next year. That's just the base card. Wow, is that just, yeah, I guess. PSA 9 for $400. Let's see if something's up with this. That's just crazy if that's correct. 400. Get the fuck out of here. Are you serious? Bowman's Best 9, 1997. What? Okay, 468. What was this? Look at how many sales there are. There's 1,037 of these. What are we doing here? This is still too much. Here we go. 70. We're gonna down in February. You could get this for $44. Could have got this card for. You could have picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them for $62, $65 or less. And I didn't, and neither did you, because we are dumb. But is what it is. That one's just crazy. Okay. Nuts and bolts, PSA 9. This one's been on a heater too. I sold a 10 for not enough. Month and a half ago. 600, something like that. Yeah, we're at 1,000 now. There's 4,009s. What are we doing here for $200? That's okay. As far as like, what's going to happen in the next few months, cards like this, I think, are absolutely going to drastically correct. Where to, I don't know, but 4,000 of these, that's just crazy. This card too, there's a bunch of these. And yeah, you can see this one is, so there's been like a couple hundred produced in the last year as well. Electrifying, this card's banging as well. 55%. Anticipation up 55%. Both BGS 9.5s. Not too shabby. What else we have here? It's base ultra. How about that? 300. I actually don't think that's a terrible price for this. It's a tough card. pop 618, or is that the pop higher? I forget now. I think it's just the pop. Yeah, 7, 16, 9s, and 10s. That would make sense. Okay, so let's look this one up real quick. This is just the Ultra base from 96. And I believe it was a 9. And there are a lot of them, 651. Yeah, I guess there's just a lot of that card, but it's still tough gem rate at 5% there. Okay. Oop, move over here. Yikes. Moving down here, the Hoop Superstars up 78%. Ultra Court Masters PSA 9 up 89% from a May. Almost more impressed with this one here since the last sale was June 28th at 1330, and now we're at 2370 for the old urine parallel. Not too bad. All you had to do is let that marinate a couple more weeks. What was my last catch on this? It was June 28th. Okay, so June 28th, I've got 2,500 here. Why do I have 1330? June 28th, 1330. All right, well, something must be off on that one. I'll have to look at that. So yeah, forget about that. The urine one has been kind of consistently 13. Well, I guess June. Oh no, here it is. June 7th. June 28th. I think maybe I just put the wrong date in there. 1330, 1350, and okay. Moving on. 110% for the high risers. I love this card. I have an 8. And it's not going anywhere. The 9, pop 84. Yeah, this is still pretty rare, and yeah, a lot of paper loss issues, as you can see from their example here. I don't know why that's not loading, so whatever. We'll move on. Topps Chrome, just the base Topps Chrome, BGS 9 up. Okay, last sale was April 4th. I guess that's why. So not a lot of BGS 9s have sold from this card, but still kind of crazy. Royal Court, love this card. I've invested in this card a lot. I've got yeah, Stadium Club inserts. I've gone in on a lot just because they're impossible to get made. But so the raw ones don't really sell as well because they look like, people see them and like, oh, that's, chipped up a little bit. But that's okay. All right. And then star cards going crazy. The steel slamming I don't have it. Actually, I think, all right. So these last two we need to look at because this one is just wrong. Forget about this one. I've got the wrong picture. I think this is like the Crunch and Munch. Yeah. So that's something I need to fix. So we won't look at that. The steel slamming will end on this. So 9.5, 72 from 48. Oh yeah, so I've got a 2022 sale. So I'm missing this one here. So I'll have to go back and grab that. Still though, that's, not nearly as the jump, but we're still really moving up the ranks there. If we look at the 8s, July 30th, 1,500. Yes, everything up 3x from April. The 9s up big. This is a tough, yeah, like July 19th, 3,700. Really tough gem rate on this. I don't have it here because it's a BGS, but so yeah, so that's it. Let me know if there's any other kind of figures you want me to try if I'm able to catch on this. And I think I should be able to do this again. Hopefully I'll try it next week if I have the time. And yeah, so that's it.